This Kumarasutra's Saksham Kumar, bringing brilliant piece of content again, and this time it is about how to not hire, or let's say like how to hire right, or no, how to not hire wrong. And this is uh, helpful for people who are already employers or trying to be employers. But this piece of content, this piece of underlying context, or that summary, that essence, will help even if you're dealing individually, if you're even if you're an employee, and even if you don't want to hire, or if you're earning by any other means, not illegal ones, I hope, that still will help you. So without wasting so much time, let's get right onto it. Have you seen this series or TV series called Suits in early 2000, like towards the early 2010s and late to like 2009s and all that? This series about Manhattan-based lawyers, and there's a whole narrative and story. But if you observe season second, one or two episodes down the lane, the okay, this is a trend. I'm not even going to say spoiler alert. uh, I really don't care about that stuff so much. And when you're talking about something of a message which is meaningful, let's not get sidetracked into these issues. Somewhere down the lane, that story plays out that the company has been sued, and there is an adversary lawyer who is trying to push the protagonist, Harvey Specter, out of the law. And the case is about buried evidence. And it so happens that the secretary of this lawyer, Miss Donna Paulson, has has found a document which is the evidence actually, which has her stamp name. अब इसमें the employer also, there is a point ना कि you are just so cruel that tell me whom to fire. But there is one point. This lady, she finds that document. She is in a whole peril. Even after guidance from the other Mike and all, she still goes ahead and chooses to like erase the thing, shred the thing. अब इसमें the deeper tendency of that person is, I don't care what happens to the company. Nobody should call me out on that. I did that. See, this Donna Paulson, she could have actually asked कि what is this document, मतलब क्या है, why am I मतलब she knows that finding the document is important, because if you don't find a document, uh, we do not have a basis. She understands that the basic context of people will come out and make and share that she doesn't understand the context, and Harvey had to explain it to her. She understood the initial context. So like even before the whole like search started, this person shared the allegation is of buried evidence. So the point is, if the allegation is of buried evidence and you found a document, even if it contains your stamp, doesn't matter, because that employee is always around that thing na, ki nobody should call me out. Doesn't matter, this boss loses his law license to protect you. I mean, how is it hiding some important piece of truth, protecting the person? See, if there's a big problem, let's say in your in a factory, or let's say you're in an office, and on ground floor somebody has blown up some, made some mistake, because of which one particular room is on fire. It can still be repaired by maybe having 5, 7, 10 people. Let's say if the fire is not meeting certain criteria, you can have a fire extinguisher, or let's say you can activate the like security protocol, or evacuation protocol, so people can be moved out. Some so then fire brigade can be called, like but let's say there's only one person in that around that area. Either he should have the intelligence to do that, or this person just say ki nobody should call me out that I burnt the whole place down, I will leave. Then that fire will spread to 2 rooms, then 100 rooms, and everybody dies. This is what is happening unfortunately with lot of companies and lot of businesses. When people say 95% businesses or startups fail, there's a reason, and some of those reasons are very very avoidable. See, you rarely learn from success. Let's be very honest. Never, you should never ever hear about success stories. I've like after somebody guided me, I'm never going to read that. I have the book bought, the book of Steve Jobs, Walter Isaacson. Somebody wrote that, but I'm never going to read it. I might give it away. I don't know. And please don't message me and asking ki please give it away, uh, फ्री इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, फ्री वाटर, फ्री बिजली पाने के लिए कि सरकार नहीं चली, फ्री बिजली पानी और फ्री की भीख मांगने वाला कुछ नहीं चलता. लेट्स बी ऑनेस्ट. आई थिंक आई शुड मेक वीडियोस इन हिंदी एनी मोर मोर ऑन लेस. तो भीख मत मांगने लगे. इट्स माई विश इफ आई एट ऑल आई चूज टू गिव, but that's for sure. Success stories say nobody learns, but you can actually avoid some failures if you have the right mindset about it. The lesson is always try to be aware about this quality in a person. And now this is not about a man or a woman, this is not about any discrimination, anything. This lady was insecure. Maybe yes, the employer could have said better words ki whom to fire instead of whom to fire. uh, because even if this Donna lady would have come up to Harvey, Harvey would not have fired her. Yeah, the upon like the person himself doesn't have the confidence. Or let's say even if they fire you, can't you do something? You are an actress. Well, I'm just giving symbolically thing, just giving the content symbolically. And even they frame, now this is all scripted, but let's say ki if person just explains it to her, no, that my Mr. Mike, he instead of getting too much about the ethics, morality, if this is not the right thing to do, maybe explain it to her that this is not as damaging as is this, and like Harvey doesn't want you to go. Maybe that could have been a better thing. But the very fun, but it is like saying the situations could have been better. The point is, what did the person do, choose to do? See, I don't know, I'm not an army kid, I'm not a defense kid, but I've consulted so many of them, and I've consulted even defense personnel also. One thing I have learned, why, because I also see they, if at all there is a mistake, and if at all I am the one to blame at it, they will report it, because it is human. It's it's human to error, right? How is that pronounced? It's human to err or error, but system which has the implementations about standing even in presence of errors, and not penalizing too much of the person who made the error unless it's a blunder, then that system survives and sustains. The problem with this corporate business structure is penalize everybody for a smaller mistake. I mean, because that world is designed to be eliminative rather than growing. But yeah, that's the reality. So that is why a lot of these businesses do not sustain so much. क्योंकि even Nobel Prize winning or let's say Turing Award winning computer scientists will make mistakes in their life. Nobel Prize winning economists have drained a lot of funds. So what is a big problem if a small level employee makes one mistakes here and there? There's no need to actually always have that nuclear option as a repercussion for smallest things. A zero tolerance policy, I have a problem with that. Zero tolerance architecture for everything, zero tolerance. Imagine the government like the BNS, they just write out a dictator like in a amendment to the BNS that every kind of like every kind of uh, crime carries let's say 100 years or 20 years in prison or death capital punishment. I don't know. Crimes will only increase, sir. The only thing is people will try to hide as much as possible, and yes, there will be a whole ecosystem around it, and that creates more problem. That but the problem, and also like people are complaining so much about layoffs. Understand the fickle mindedness and the stupidity of the decision maker, that if 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 quarters your targets are not meeting up to the standard of growth that you or your imaginary perception has set in, then you are trying to gun down people, and that is an effect. But like and imagine the stupidity. Then the owner, smart owner, has to come out and say that there's a chance Amazon will close also. Sorry, I should not taken that name. Now, whatever has done has happened now. Then the owner has to come out and say कि there's a chance my company will close, because these stupid low underlings, they are just trying to gun down every small losses. These are the same people, like some of them are the same people who have to say like कि they just want to hide up everything. That system doesn't sustain so much. No, some of you will say you don't understand the realities of business and all that. No, I do. So try to be aware about the people you hire, and if you are smart enough, you will not hire such a person. Actually, yes, I'm not taking side like you will say that just right now you are saying something compassionate about this person. Now you are flipping the script. Yeah, you should never hire a person like that. But let's say even if you hire, there is a system to not give him some very important tasks, and he might be even feeling egoistic or ambitious, but there's a reason that and if there's competence behind it, he will definitely get some like that opportunity. You will see that thing. People do change over time. That's also but our perceptions always say that people do not change, and that's a sad reality we have to live with. But as much as possible, try to see if you have a very important position of ownership, try to not hire people who can't own up to this, that I made a mistake. So someday tomorrow I might make a mistake in sharing some knowledge. It applies equally to me also. But yes, owning up, yes, there are repercussions to it. I get it. And employees will definitely try to avoid. Most will. Because the structure we live in, any excuse, like the tendency also is there not to find any excuse to fire or gun down the survival. See, for survival, even the most peaceful of the animals will attack you if their survival is like that. Now I'm not comparing humans to animals, and I'm not being insensitive about it. I'm just talking from the perspective of rationality. Like people, like if you have seen Nat Geo and all those things, the most peaceful of the animal, like most peaceful of the creatures will fight back, and that will hurt you. So don't try to gun down on everybody's survival instinct just because you can, because there will come a time that, like that nobody is going to come out and help you or save you when you need it. And I know thousands of businesses who have done that. And I'm not saying they're thousand, all of those thousands are my clients, but lot of, because if they're my clients, they would probably avoid doing that. But yes, try to understand, if you have decent, reasonable attitude around your strategy, then if that person is like that, then for sure he should not be put in an important position or charged with important tasks. But yes, there is a chance you might not want to hire more people like that. And this is a lesson for people also. You may make a mistake. Like you, like the chances are the audience to this audio, this video, because a lot of my content comes in audio format also. The chances that this content, like this, if the audience, the viewer, you might be exactly having the same tendencies, try to be aware, try to increase your competence. There is like there is a chance, let's say there is a situation, now you have to be practical. Can you remedy the situation? What is the impact? Let's say you might have made a mistake and you're scared because the mistake is technically fireable. Okay, that's a video for another day, but try to be aware. Can you solve those? Like, don't try to be that, come out, try to come out of that Indian education mindset. By the way, I have a brilliant program about how to get over the effects of Indian education system. So yes, if you find this content helpful or at least peace giving, please give it a like, share it with people, and yes, subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Peacing out. Thank you.